test we will look at in this series is ground cover. Ground cover is both the living and dead plant material that covers the soil and protects it from degradation whilst contributing organic matter back into the system as a feed source for soil biology. To adequately protect the soil, we need to ensure that we are maintaining ground cover at least 70% across the year. So what does 70% ground cover actually look like? Well, no, it's not this. No, that's too low. Oh, that's close. That's it. And that one, and that one. It's different for cropping and grazing enterprises, but even stubble, standing or rolled or cultivated is providing protection, and we can assess coverage. Now that we know what we're looking for, it's almost time to head into the paddock and start our assessments. But first we need to raid the wardrobe and take out an old wire coat hanger and make our wire quadrant. When thinking what time of year is best to take assessments, prior to the autumn break is best for grazing enterprises and post-harvest for cropping enterprises. Now we are ready to go to our selected paddock that we want to assess. To make the assessments, we want to get a good representation of the paddock, so we need to follow a transect and take 20 to 30 assessments across the route. Now that we have our 20 to 30 estimations, we can average this out to get our paddock ground cover assessment. Using the soil health scorecard, we can assess if the ground cover is poor, has a less than 50% ground cover and gets a 1, fair, 50 to 70% ground cover and gets a 2, or good, 70% ground cover and greater and gets a 3. We can see that ground cover has a weighting of 3. This means that we take our score and we times it by 3. A high weighting means the soil health test, in this case ground cover, is highly influenced by decisions that we can make as land managers. Grazing management, crop and harvest management and species selection all contribute to ground cover. Keeping ground cover above 75% will not only provide food for soil biology, maintain organic matter and soil carbon, but protect our vulnerable and valuable soils. Hopefully now you have the tools and interest in measuring and managing ground cover.